Even modern scientists are baffled by some of the most ancient buildings because of their complexity, accuracy, and mystery. Who constructed them? What gave them the idea? How come some of them, even with today's technology, appear to be impossible? These places will challenge what you believe about the past, from ancient towns that baffle logic to enormous stone blocks heavier than jumbo jets. Stay around until the end, since this video is so incredible as it could change history. Number 10. The unfinished obelisk of Aswan. Absconding in an old quarry near Aswan, Egypt, is a gigantic obelisk. Standing at an impressive 42 meters or 137 feet in height and weighing an incredible 1,200 tons, it would have been the biggest obelisk ever built if it had been finished. Experts are still puzzled by the ancient Egyptian strategy for transporting and constructing such a massive monument using such rudimentary means. Workers were forced to abandon the obelisk after deep fissures appeared while carving it directly from the bedrock. Although this find has shed light on how ancient people cut stones, the true riddle is still up in the air. How did they transport comparable obelisks that arrived at their destinations in one piece? They managed to raise these stones with astounding accuracy without the use of any contemporary cranes or gear. A 1,200-ton stone would still be quite difficult to move, even with our modern technology. Because of this, researchers are trying to figure out whether the Egyptians used any kind of technology that has since been lost. Number 9. The Altar Stone of Stonehenge. For ages, the English Stonehenge has baffled scholars. The 6-ton monolith known as the Altar Stone is one of the most enigmatic pieces, and its provenance is a matter of heated controversy. Like many of the other stones found there, the Altar Stone was long thought to have originated in Wales by the experts. However, recent research indicates that it was actually brought almost 500 miles from its original location in Scotland. The most pressing concern is the motivation behind the extraordinary measures taken by the ancients to relocate these stones. It seems difficult to move such huge stones without modern vehicles. The fact that they were raised to a perfect alignment with celestial occurrences like solstices further adds to the mystery. Some think Stonehenge was an astronomical observatory, a religious temple, or possibly the final resting place for ancient aristocrats. Others think that the altar stone is a mystery. One thing is certain, though, Stonehenge was not constructed at random. Number 8. The Temple of the Feathered Serpent's Hidden Tunnel. Archaeologists at Teotihuacan, Mexico, found a tunnel beneath the Temple of the Feathered Serpent that has been sealed for about 1,800 years. Mysterious golden spheres coated in pyrite, a mineral that emits a glittering sheen, were among thousands of objects found in the tunnel. The motives behind the concealment of this tunnel and the placement of these artifacts remains a mystery to experts. Opinions vary as to whether it served as a site for rites or rituals, or even led to the long-lost royal tomb. Strangest of all, the tunnel's sophisticated engineering demonstrates that its builders were well-versed in exacting building procedures well before the modern era. The exact function of this subterranean structure remains a mystery, even after decades of study. Number 7. The Longyu Caves. When farmers in China's Longyu region emptied what they thought was just a little pond in 1992, they found something truly remarkable. One of the world's most baffling subterranean constructions was exposed beneath the water's surface, a huge hand-carved cave. Caves were discovered as the researchers continued their explorations, increasing the total number of caves to at least 24. These caverns did not emerge naturally, but were instead carved out by some long-lost ancient culture. Despite its huge size and engineering sophistication, the fact that no historical documents acknowledge their creation is one of the most perplexing elements of the Longyu Caves. Crafted from solid rock, each cave boasts lofty ceilings and smooth walls, showcasing an impressive degree of accuracy that seemed inconceivable for prehistoric builders lacking contemporary technology. In the interiors, you can see regular patterns cut into the stone walls, giving the impression that high-tech techniques were used to carve them. Despite the fact that more than 1 million cubic meters of rock have been extracted from these caverns, no indication of their original locations has been found. Since evidence, like tool markers or heaps of rubbish, should have been left behind by such a massive endeavor, the utter absence of these things has scientists baffled. No one knows how the builders kept the structure stable, which adds to the mystery. The cave's incredible skill is on display in their ability to remain intact for thousands of years. How the ancients dug such enormous tunnels without the use of reinforcement, complex tools, or plans is a mystery to modern engineers. The origin, purpose, and building methods of the Longyu Caves are still a mystery, even after decades of inquiry. They are still considered one of China's most enigmatic archaeological finds. Number 6. The Kalambo Wooden Structure. A timber building with a minimum age of 476,000 years was unearthed by archaeologists at Kalambo Falls, which is located on the Tanzania and Zambian borders. This indicates that it was constructed eons before the arrival of contemporary humans. This new information casts doubt on all the previously held beliefs regarding the technological capabilities of early humans. An extinct human species, perhaps Homo heidelbergensis, who had lived long before modern humans, constructing the building. Their use of such sophisticated woodworking skills is indicative of a degree of intelligence and skill considerably above that which was previously believed to exist among early humans. As a result of the unique environmental conditions near Kalambo Falls, scientists were able to preserve this old wooden relic, providing a unique window into a long-lost civilization. Number 5. Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe, a Turkish site that predates even the pyramids of Giza by thousands of years, is the world's oldest continuously occupied temple, having been unearthed more than 11,000 years ago. Carvings of animals and humanoid forms adorn the circular formations of enormous stone pillars that make up the site. Where is the issue? People were still thought to be mostly subsistence hunters and gatherers when it was constructed. There would be no towns, no written language, and no sophisticated inventions. This site, however, provides evidence that humans possessed the capacity to plan elaborate religious rites and building undertakings well before the time that history books claim they should have. Due to Göbekli Tepe, scientists are reevaluating the beginning of human history. It is even thought by some to have been the original site of religious institutions. Number 4. The Stone Spheres of Costa Rica. There are hundreds of perfectly spherical stone spheres discovered in Costa Rica, with some weighing as much as 16 tons. The Dicus Society made these stones between 600 and 1000 AD, but no one knows what they were used for. There's debate amongst scholars as to whether they served as territory markers or were utilized for astronomical alignment. Given that prehistoric societies did not have access to the sophisticated tools necessary to carve such precise forms, the accuracy of these spheres stands out as very peculiar. The fact that many of these spheres were either relocated or destroyed on purpose over the years further adds to the mystique surrounding them. Number 3. The Yonaguni Monument. Submerged beneath the waves off the shore of Yonaguni Island in Japan is an enigmatic underwater building. Opinions vary as to whether it's a man-made structure or a long-lost metropolis. Flat surfaces, precise angles, and what appear to be terraces and staircases characterize this enormous rock formation, which was discovered in 1987. This area may have been an artificial metropolis that sank thousands of years ago as a result of an earthquake, according to some researchers. If this is accurate, it suggests that Japan may have been home to a sophisticated culture long before historical records began. Number 2. The Antikythera Mechanism. An artifact that resembles an early analog computer. The Antikythera mechanism was unearthed in 1901 from a Greek shipwreck and dates back 2,000 years. Predicting eclipses, planetary alignments, and astronomical motions, this bronze machine was light years ahead of its time. Its intricacy is bewildering, especially when one considers that such technology would not reappear for perhaps over 1,000 years. Why were the ancient Greeks able to create such a sophisticated tool? Why did this information disappear for a long time? Number 1. The Great Pyramid of Giza's Hidden Chambers. Despite centuries of research, the Great Pyramid of Giza keeps throwing up fresh mysteries. Among the most astounding findings was a 2017 scan of the pyramids inside using muon radiography, a method that detects cosmic rays traveling through solid things. According to the results, there's a 100-foot-long concealed abyss above the Grand Gallery. Because no one knows how to get into the void and no one knows what it's for, it's shrouded in mystery. Pharaoh Khufu, who ordered the pyramid built, may have hidden wealth or information in an undisclosed burial chamber, according to some scholars. Some think its purpose was to secure the pyramid by releasing stress on the structure from the upper stones. Aside from the secret room, the Great Pyramid's construction is still shrouded in mystery. The building is made up of 2.3 million limestone blocks, some of which weigh 80 tons. Somehow, these stones were hoisted and set in exact alignment without the aid of any contemporary machinery or cranes. Experts still don't fully get how a prehistoric culture could have moved and positioned such enormous stones in such precise alignment with the 4 cardinal directions. Even after all these years of research, the Great Pyramid is still one of the greatest mysteries of all time. No one knows everything there is to know about its construction, hidden rooms, or potential unknown secrets. And fresh questions arise with each finding. Researchers are still delving under the pyramid using state-of-the-art scanning technology in the hopes of discovering new information that may shed light on ancient Egyptian culture. What further mysteries may lie beneath the surface of the Earth if our knowledge has already been tested by history? Stay tuned for more incredible discoveries. Like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications for our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.